Hello! At long last, we are back. You know, after so long, we have risen from the ashes. The big focus is finally back. I hope you guys are doing great. I know right now it's the most delicate time. It's really peculiar right now that CB is right now the most fashionable thing to say. Flipping out your phone to catch people walking without a mask. That's the most fashionable thing to do. And also right now, the Mawa man is in fact the best Justice League. You guys heard about the Mawa man? No?
It's a joke, bro.
Okay, so right now we've got a couple of familiar faces. I also do have one new one, especially this is the one that we've been waiting for the longest time. Right now we've got our bro Aiman. Aiman, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. So it's my first time doing a live show. So yeah, bear with me. But I'm excited. No, yeah. So
Yeah,
looking forward for all this.
so we man, so are we. So we are really excited, because we have been on this long conquest. Benji should know about it. Even Derek, we've been looking for a Liverpool fan for the longest time, and yeah, we just couldn't get one. And I'm glad you
Because
are on
the,
now.
the funny part, my group
Mhm.
of friends, there's a lot of Liverpool fans. So I'm like a little bit shocked.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Then maybe I've
and
been looking with the wrong Liverpool fan then.
they are much more crazier than me. So that's why I feel like a little small.
No, no reason. So we've got a lot to talk about right now for Liverpool, especially, and also right now, another familiar face. Wait, Cedric who? Is that your new name, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Derek, how are you,
I've
man?
changed
How are
my
you
name.
coping?
I'm good, good, good.
You're good.
I'm very
How's
good, bro.
United?
Yeah.
How's United doing?
Actually, to be honest, I've not been like really keeping up with all the latest news lah. I mean, I've been like
Mhm.
focusing on my kids, my family. So I'm keep putting football aside lah for
Okay,
now.
man. Great, great, great. Fantastic, man. And yeah, I'm very sure he has no reason to actually keep off football because he has no kids just yet. Benjay, Man City chap.
Yeah,
How you doing, buddy?
I mean, good, good. CB time is family time, I guess now. So
CB
Yeah.
time.
yeah, and try not to talk about too much, to keep too much of football because now
Uh,
everyone's trying to poke fun with Man City. So
wait,
you
what are they?
know,
What are they poking fun at?
poking fun at obviously we're talking about things like this. What do you call it? This appeal currently with this
Oh yeah, no, no,
saga current. Yep.
yeah, we'll get onto that pretty soon.
With Pep and so forth, players what they're
Mhm,
doing,
mhm.
So yeah, we try to just not keep too much about football at the moment. So
Can
now's a good and now's a good time, perfect time to
It is.
start
So
something. Yep.
unfortunately today we will be talking about football. In fact, we're going to talk a lot about it. All right. So we've got,
Yeah.
of course, through my Instagram posting. If you guys have voted in a poll, right now I wouldn't say it was a major landslide, but there was a significant percentage leaning towards voiding the season, which is perfect for us to start our topic with. Should the season be voided? That is currently what we are going to talk about. I think this has been the most divisive topic. In fact, this will be even more divisive than this one popular topic, which is should you have pineapple on your pizza? I think this is even more divisive than that topic itself. So should the season be voided? I know we've listened to many sources out there, many news. They all came out with your different versions and tale on what's going to happen to the season. And every single time when the rumor mills will actually churn, they would always come out with a conclusion that Liverpool will finally be given the title.
Correct.
Okay, so right now I'm gonna touch on this topic, and I want you three to chime in with your opinions and thought about the season, how it should be concluded. So right now, I will start with my Liverpool fan. I think you should be aggrieved the most among us lot about this season stopping, thanks to Mr. Corona. Ivan, before we get your thoughts on how the season should be concluded, all right, in your best way, talk to me, man. Like throughout this whole season until the point where the pandemic hits the globe, were you happy with how Liverpool were performing?
Definitely yes. If you were to see the gap that we are right now,
Hmm,
it's undeniable whereby we are performing way better.
hmm,
So yeah, it's as I mentioned, the performance has been far more better than last season because City has been trailing us, and in the end they won it. So
Uh-huh.
it's a big loss for us as well. So this time now
Mm.
that woke us up. So this time now we make the big gap, and then City also couldn't catch us up. So with 22 points ahead, I think it's a huge gap. Yeah.
Huge gap,
Eh,
mathematically possible still.
Yes, correct. I agreed. I agreed.
okay, so right now, Benji, you were not supposed to come in just yet. I just actually
I
told
had
you.
I had to say that point. You mentioned that.
So you guys have been really unbelievable throughout the whole season. In fact, at one moment in time, me as an Arsenal fan, I was dead worried that you guys will actually eclipse Arsenal's unbeaten record because it was looking likely and it was looking more and more like a possibility with each passing week. Aiman, when you guys suffered the defeat at Watford, Vicarage 3-0, convincing loss, were you disheartened by it?
No,
No, at all.
because our Liverpool main focus is the league.
Okay.
All right, one loss is nothing because we are aiming for the league because it's been what we've been waiting for. So yeah, of course the invisible it will be a big bonus to get the invisible title as well.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Not meant to be, babe. Not meant
yeah,
to be.
correct. Like I mentioned, but the
Uh-huh.
main focus is the league. That's all.
Uh-huh. Is the league. Okay, cool.
Too
So
much
right
Champions
now,
League.
you got the Champions League last year. You got the Champions League last year. So
Benji, you gotta control yourself, Benji. This is about him, not about you.
Relax, relax, chill,
Next,
man.
your
Yeah,
turn will come, Benji.
chill,
All right. So
chill,
Aiman,
man.
I'm very sure you have been reading, all these sources out there, all news and reports coming out from the UK, especially in terms of how the season will take shape currently. In your best figment of thought, do you think the season right now should go through voiding and totally, they say null and void, or do you think that it's still feasible that this whole league can actually again be sustained and to be played out for the 9 remaining matches?
Okay, obviously we want the league to be finished fairly, but
Mhm.
yeah.
it all depends on this situation during depend on the COVID situation. So
Mhm.
if really the league have to be voided,
Mhm.
obviously the title will be ours because the main reason, if you were to compare to any league right now,
Mhm.
the huge gap that is currently
Mhm.
having is a big. We cannot compare with any other league.
Yeah.
Liverpool is currently leading way far ahead already. You see, like
Yeah.
Belgium, they gave it to the champions to the top, but the point
Yeah.
gap also not much. And then for
Yeah.
the Ajax, for the other league, which is the other league
Touch.
that the
Dutch
Dutch
league.
league
Yeah. Yeah.
is different. You see, the point gap that they are having also is not fair to give champions, so they just void
Mm.
it.
Okay.
So to compare to Liverpool, to compare to this English league right now, you
Mm.
see, it's unless it's 4 point lead, 5 point lead. Yeah, I think if you void it, also we don't have a feel. But with
Mhm.
22 point game lead,
Mhm.
uh, you know,
No, fair
anybody
point.
would feel it. Yeah,
No, I totally get you. I mean, if the ball is in our court, not saying that Arsenal is going to be there anytime soon, but if we are the ones suffering the brunt of it, I'm very sure we will all be again totally aggrieved by it. But great point there, Aiman. So right now, would you be happy though if your title is being given by default? That means they decide to void the league, and the committee decide that hey, Liverpool is again light years clear of everybody else. So the title will be given on technicality aspect. Would you be happy as a fan?
half half because I rather they finish the league, or maybe we could just finish the 2 games.
Two games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to be fair, or maybe we need or we need City to lose 2 games, then we don't need to play also.
Yeah,
So
true,
You're
true,
right.
true,
You're right. You're
yeah,
right.
true, true.
so
And
that's the whole idea lah.
no, no,
Yeah.
no. You know that is a really, really good point because I think we spoke briefly yesterday. The funny part about this whole Liverpool getting the title, they can even clinch the title without kicking a ball. So hey,
That's why.
I think if there's no way. that you can actually take a look at this from again a fragmented view and say that oh Liverpool don't deserve it, because I think by all accounts they were the better team. Unfortunately, Liverpool were the better team this year. And yeah, it will be really unfair on you guys if you guys don't get the league. But you just hold on there. I'll get over to the United guy. Derek, what's your
Yeah.
thought, man? Should the season be voided, or do you want it again in its whole entirety to be continued and to be played out to again preserve the integrity of the league?
Okay. Whatever he has mentioned. What is his name again? Aiman, is it?
Aiman, yes, Mr. Aiman.
I think Liverpool fully deserve to win the league, obviously.
Mhm.
Even though they are mathematically they are not not there yet. So what I personally feel is I think the league should be voided totally and not hand over the title to Liverpool, because
Mhm,
there's a few reasons. Because if you were to hand over the title to Liverpool,
mhm,
then those who are fighting for Champions League qualification, there will be also problems, and those who are fighting relegation, there will also be problem.
mhm,
So it's actually unfair to the whole league actually.
mhm.
So I mean, I understand Liverpool fully deserve to win the league. I mean, but not everybody will agree with me. But yeah, from the football they played this season, I
Yeah.
think they truly deserve it lah.
Mm.
But I mean, in light of this virus, I think it just should be scrapped lah, scrap the whole season
Scrap the whole
and
season.
just restart again. Yeah.
And
Benji
I mean,
smiling,
if they if they were to be, I mean, if they think that they are that good, I mean, I mean, they are good. Okay, but if they really think they want to be that level
uh-huh.
next season they should be like doing it again lah. I mean,
Yep.
like, why should
Yep.
they like be thinking about just this season?
And also,
Yeah.
Derek, you touch
Yeah.
on that point of Liverpool. You know, if they are that great, you know, it shouldn't make a big difference if they, you know, if the season is to be carried forward to next season, because they can actually still
Correct.
emulate the same level of performance.
Correct.
But
Correct.
let's again let's park Liverpool's topic or agenda one side. Let's talk about your team,
Yeah.
United. This
Okay.
is
Yeah.
again has been an even split. I spoke to a couple of Manchester United people, some of the fans
Yeah.
rather out there. They mentioned that because you guys, your club is on the ascendancy. In fact, based on the form book, Manchester United is the most informed thing in the league right now.
Correct.
Many
Yeah.
of them don't want the league to be voided. They want it to
Yeah.
continue because they see that there is a big chance that you might just clinch the fifth spot for the Champions League.
Uh, True. I mean, whatever they say is true. But the thing is, to be able to do that, I think because now till like the following season, you only have a few months. So if you were to like,
Yeah.
because you don't know when the virus will end.
Mm.
So if let's say the virus, I mean, I believe this virus will be going on for some time. So if the virus were to end like in July or August and you're going to restart the season, then
Mhm.
everything will be like pushed forward. You mean you get what I mean? The next season will be pushed forward.
Yep.
I mean, there's I think rumors saying that it's good also, because I think they were saying like in terms of preparation for the Qatar 2022
Yeah.
World Cup, it will be it will be good actually. But from what I feel, I think if let's say the virus doesn't end in June, I think it should be scrapped lah totally.
Okay. No, thank you
Yep,
so much. That's really, really one
no
hell of a
problem.
point you made there. I think you also made a couple of Liverpool fans unhappy about it. One even saying that Derek is a sore loser.
I truly believe they deserve to win the league. So I mean, I've already said my
Nah.
part that
And that's really tough to get it out of you, being a
no
United
no
fan.
no offense. Yeah, no offense.
Okay, let's move on to Benji, Mr. Oil and Gas.
Yes.
But before we do so, I'm just going to read out quickly comment from Eric. Just give the title to Liverpool already. They deserve it. We all know that. They have been the best team. Just that they need to celebrate quietly. And I think we will all prefer that. What do you think, Benji?
No. Heads off to Liverpool. They've done a good job this season, and they deserve the title. But if the league is voided,
Uh-huh.
don't you think there'll be an asterisk on their mark for the season 2019-2020 that they didn't actually win the title with how many games left? 9 games to go, I
9
guess,
games left.
for
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
or 10 for us. So, you know, unless it's mathematically out, I have to rebut Ivan's point though. That's one
Okay.
thing. Belgian Pro League, there was a clear winner
Mm,
because that there was only 1 or 2 rounds left. I think pretty sure
mm,
1 round left.
mm.
This is still mathematically possible. Okay, I mean, like it or not, it is still possible. Okay, so players come back from injury and so forth because it is a unlucky break, so to speak. That that's enforced break. Let's call it.
Yep.
So you never know. I mean, things could happen. Or at least let us play our games first,
Mm-hmm.
or 2 games. We have 1 game in hand first, right? So let us play that
Yep.
out first against Arsenal. So you know well what that happened.
Okay, Benji. But hand on heart. All right. Again, banter aside, do
Yep.
you really think that your team, Man City, can actually stop
No.
Liverpool in their track?
Okay. I don't think so. I think they deserve the title, but just
Okay.
like current champions last 2 seasons, we should or they should finish. They should win it deservingly. So
Okay.
The huge gap is
at
not
least,
deservingly.
but do you prefer like so? Back to the question: do you want to finish the season off with asterisk on your mark, saying, okay,
Okay,
29 games.
okay. I'll stop you there. I'll stop you there. I'll post this to
Yeah.
Aiman. Aiman, people are raining in with their support. Just hand Liverpool the league. No need to talk so much. Okay. Also, you're saying like, I totally agree with Eric. Derek,
Okay.
you are becoming a villain right now. Public number one enemy. Okay. But Ivan, so right now we have seen two prime example of a league in Europe, for that matter, that has been voided. All right, one being the Jupiter League or the Belgian League, like
Yeah.
what uh, Benji has mentioned,
Yeah.
because there was an outright winner and there wasn't any more to be played for.
Yeah.
Well, the one in, I think the most interesting part was the one in Eredivisie, which is the Dutch
Yeah.
league.
Dutch league.
Ajax are actually tied up with a goal difference at the top. So they are the top based on goal difference. But yet the FA in Holland decided that no, there wouldn't be any outright
Yeah.
winner. Again, there won't be any relegation, nor would there be any promotion. Again, I want to pose this to you. What do you think right now, in fact, is the best way to conclude the league? If let's say right now this whole season is going to be stretched way into probably late June.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. For me, you see, you're mentioning about the unfairness for the
Hmm.
second, third, fourth, fifth. You see,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
even if for me, Liverpool is could be declared winner as well, winner already. So for the unfairness that he mentioned, Cedric, right? You mentioned about the unfairness for the other placing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the best
Relegation.
is
Yeah.
relegation teams, right? I think they could do like the championship. What championship is doing on promotion? You see, they can do a playoff thing. So
Mhm.
there will be another option. You see, they can do a playoff so that who will get the Champions League spot, who will get the relegation spot. I think it's another way to finalize it. Yeah.
You
Okay.
mean like a
So
mini league, is it?
Yes, correct. Like how they get
Oh,
promoted lah, championship. So there's another because we cannot afford to play so many games due to
oh, okay.
the COVID situation. So the playoff thing will be very helpful. Yeah.
okay. And for you, Aiman, you mentioned about yes. Again, you actually perfectly has made me segue into my next topic, or rather a
Okay.
sub point that I want to make. Like, how should the Champions League or the Europa League be awarded, and also the relegation promotion battle? You mentioned that we should take a prime example of the championship. I'm going to push it to Derek right now because Derek, your team is in a prime position to actually do the impossible. All right. Again, you guys were out of it, and now you are back in the race thanks to one brilliant signing of Bruno Fernandes. You are
Mhm.
probably on the brink of Champions League. What if let's say now again? Let's place a hypothesis. The season again is to be voided. How do you think we should draw out those contenders for the Champions League, Europa League, in your own good mind?
I think for that part, I think what Iman mentioned, I think is a really good idea. But at the same time, I think that if let's say this thing were to drag on,
Mhm.
I think maybe they should just take the top four currently, like whatever the league table says now. You just take the top four from there. So basically, we won't be in the Champions League, but I mean, we will try again next season lah. So
Mm,
I think it's very debatable. I think this one.
mhm. Can
Yeah, I mean, if you guys agree lah, yeah.
yeah, Benji, you are the finance man in town. So we talk a lot about it. Of course, right now it's easier said than done. We are again about 14 hours. If we are taking flight away from London, we don't know what's the real scenario there in England, in the UK. We don't know the magnitude of the whole pandemic. Again, from what I've been reading, for them to even have a close affair whereby all the matches
Closed
to be
doors.
played behind closed doors,
Yeah.
they would need 300 staff again to be present. That is excluding, again, the teams themselves, the players and the non-playing staff. So right now, for yourself, if again we totally shut the league, we move on again to the next league next season, what will be the financial ramification for all the teams involved in Premier League?
Financially, there's a lot of ramifications because you don't have a thing. You talk about Champions League, this one, or Europa League. What about Championship? What about relegation? There's a lot in stake because the money is huge. So I guess if you do a playoff, like what Ayman said, it's probably I think the fairest way in terms of this qualification. Title, if you want to avoid it or you want to give it to Liverpool, fine. But there are other ramifications that will go with it, Champions League and so forth. And don't forget, we have like usually we have what, Copa or Euro 2020 this year.
Yep. Yeah.
We can use that as the qualification, so to speak.
Yep.
So
No, you're right.
it's like the school holidays. Technically, they have their school holidays already, the break, and you can start. No, I'm serious. And start, and they just start a early season, so to speak, and then use it as a qualification for next season.
Yeah, I
because
think
then next season will be just how do we start? So financially, if you talk about financially. We don't know. It's all unknowns. How the sponsor going. It will go on how the sponsor going to go and how sponsors go with each club. So
no, that's a good one. I find it completely astounding that we are all so heavily invested on how this current league again should be finalized. Where right now we are coming into May, the league usually ends about mid-May. You know that we will be jam-packed in 2021. You got your Olympics, you got your AFCON, you got your Copa America. Again, you got your Euros all coming up, and also this again in hindsight, you also have to be objective about it because in 2022 you have your World Cup. So it's again a lot of us talk about this league should again like you mentioned, Aiman, which is a great point. I kind of agree with a playoff, but don't you think that players would need a bit of training time before they can come on to the pitch, start again playing full competitive match? If not, wouldn't you be risking a lot of injuries, Aiman?
But I think you mentioned about all this fitness thing, but I think most of the thing is most of the team are doing their own training via video conferencing. So I think it's the only thing that is lacking is the tactical training lah. So fitness wise, I think should be no issue for everybody. It's just that tactically on the field training is the main concern for everyone. So it'll be very tough, but still, you see, it's all about the money that they're at stake, right? When it's their job, they're paid millions. When you got to do what you got to do, man. If you're thrown to the field, you have to do it. That's all.
True.
Yeah, you're right.
Good
They're
point.
paid millions. They're not paid a small sum of money. They are paid millions, so they have to do it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I'm just gonna bring on one comment by Syed Azmil. He mentioned, "Want it fair and completed. That's all. Concern about Leeds United and West Brom and their promotions too." This is perfect because this would bring me to my next topic about again promotion and relegation. I've actually prepared a visual right here. Let me see if I can find one. So here you go. Right now, if you all can see, Leeds United, they are at the top. Again, this is only a slim lead of 1 point. West Brom coming in second. Those two will again qualify automatically, and then you've got your playoff spot. Leeds United will be really, really upset, right, Derek, they've been waiting for this for the last 17 to 20 years. They were on the brink of bankruptcy, administration, and now the fairy tale coming back to the Premier
Yeah.
League has been halted by coronavirus. What do you have to say about those teams right now who are on the brink of promotion? And sorry, Derek, sorry,
Actually,
Derek, and sorry, before you do that, I also have actually read, in some, I don't know whether the source is reliable, but in Bundesliga, if although they are saying that they're about to start next week, again pending some approval from the government, but if they
Right.
decide to void the league, previously they mentioned that they will probably have the two promoted teams, all right, from below to go up without having Bundesliga relegation. That means they would add two more teams into the
Last
league.
two, yeah.
oh, okay, okay.
Just to put again things into context. What do you think? What would happen to again a team like Leeds United?
Uh, I mean, for the Premier League to be adding, I think Bundesliga now currently have 18 teams, right?
Yeah,
Or
18,
20.
18, 18.
I mean, for them to put another two more is like us currently. So
Mm-hmm.
if we were to put another two more, it will be 22 teams.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be a problem. I mean, there will be fixture congestion and there will be more
Yeah.
fixtures, more games to be played. And also I think that I mean, yeah, they will be losing a lot of in terms of revenue. I think they will be like losing millions. So but unfortunately I think I mean it's not it's actually fate deciding for them lah. I mean I think the season for them should be scrapped as well, because
Uh-huh.
if you think about it, there are a lot of the championship teams, right? They have a lot of players that are actually on loan with them as well. So basically in June, maybe somewhere mid June or end June, there will be a lot of players that their loan contracts will be up and they'll be going back to
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
their clubs.
Yep.
So there'll be a problem with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I mean, for me personally, I think they should just scrap everything and everything should be just be voided, because in terms of contract there'll be a lot of issues as well. So I don't know how they want to go to decide on this, but I think a lot of people will be debating about this. It'll be a big
No.
huge problem actually.
I was just about to touch on the players' contract limbo. We'll
Yeah.
get on to that topic. That is really one of the hottest topic in town as well, about players ending their contract. But before we do so, lastly from Benji, Benji,
Yeah.
right now, in terms of how will the next season actually shape up? If we are going to end this league, this current league, all right, late into July, because traditionally Premier League starts in mid August.
Oh, yes. Correct.
Hmm.
There are talks that they should even shorten the league into just playing once, or rather you play once against each other at a neutral ground. Would you be all in for that?
But how would you do that? We have 9 games left. So how do you do that in the calculations? I mean, obviously, I think most important is title,
Mhm.
Champions League, Europa League, and relegation. So how would you kind of play a one-off match to calculate that? So that's something to ponder.
Mhm. But
I think that's the most important.
what about the next season, Benji? Let's say now we decide to again continue with this league right now,
Mhm.
because it's looking again. I wouldn't say it looks likely, but there's always a fair percentage that this might again carry on for the remaining nine matches. I don't know how they're
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to do it, but then again, I think it will be happy days for us because we've been deprived of football for the longest time. I never knew
Yeah.
I needed this. I never knew I needed
Yeah.
this. I was always
Yeah.
complaining as an Arsenal fan. I told my wife I had enough of Arsenal. I'm gonna cut my subscription from Neo Stadium. Lo and behold, I'm calling them up, checking their next promotion because I cannot live without football right now. But
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
for you, right, Benji, if next season is to be carried out slightly later
yeah.
than the traditional time, do you think that they should shorten the league season so that they can accommodate and facilitate to those upcoming tournaments that's coming up next season?
Yeah. I mean, because next season has not started, I believe you can shorten it accordingly
Mhm.
to the next fixture, just a once-off. But the most important question will be the,
Mhm.
like say, loan contracts or either loan or players contracts in general. They end in
Mhm.
June, so maybe it's just for the Premier League. Can you extend it for 1 month or so forth? I don't know. So that's something that we need to. It's a special once-off case. So
Yeah.
for this season, yeah.
I think from my end, again for Arsenal, there isn't anything much for us left. apart from Europa. And if you give me that choice of having the Europa spot, I would gladly give it to another team. If Sheffield wants it, they can take it. I rather I rather Arsenal, take a long breather away from Europe, because it's no fun watching matches at 1:30 a.m. against a team that you can't even pronounce. But then again, if if we come to a conclusion, I really, really, really do hope that we continue the season regardless of circumstances. I don't know how they're going to pull this off, because if you ask the Anwari Arsenal fan, I wouldn't want the season to be completed so that the devilish side of me would be celebrating again the dismay of the Liverpool fans. But the Napshot Studio, Anwari, wants the league to be completed in its whole entirety so that we preserve the integrity of it. And hey, again, hand on heart, Liverpool deserve it. I've never seen a better team. They talk about the invisible of Arsenal and this current Liverpool squad. It pains me to say that I believe that if these two teams were to come up head to head, there is a fair chance that this current Liverpool team would actually put my invisible to sleep. I don't know.
Is
That
it?
is probably, yeah. That's probably another topic that again we can put this out to one day, maybe the invisible of Arsenal and the current Liverpool squad. Although the Liverpool squad right now has yet to complete the season. Contract limbo. You mentioned about contract. All right. So we talk about players' contract. I know for Liverpool you've got Adam Lallana. For United, I really don't know who is on the brink of bossmanship. But let me
I
just
don't
give
think
you,
we have any.
yeah,
Angel Gomez, I think. I think Angel Gomez.
Angel Gomez. Again,
Yeah,
we've got these three in terms of market value. Those are the three players right now that are on the brink of bossmanship. Their contract is
Mm.
expiring in June. You got Jan Vertonghen, again, Ryan Fraser, Willian, and also the next top three is Adam Lallana, Pedro, and also David Silva.
Yeah.
Right now, all these players, their contract is expiring again in June. I'll start with Ayman. Ayman, if you are in charge of the FA, what would you do in regards to the players' contract right now who are about to expire 30th of June?
Okay. Basically, we need to check with the player, whether they want to still be in the club or whether the club still wants them. Also, is another question. So, to be extended till the season end is the best due to the COVID situation. So, yeah, um, I think they the best is to release them when the season ended. That's all. So the rest is up to the club whether they want to keep or
Mhm.
whether they will be extended. That's the only issue they are gonna face. Yeah.
Great. And Adam Lallana right now. So he was one. He was signed by. Oh no, he wasn't signed by club. Yeah,
Before,
he was
yeah, before that,
before
way
with
before.
Rogers. Um, what's your thoughts right now on Adam Lallana right now? Just so that we are on this topic. Should he extend? Should he not?
I think his time is up. Yeah, and we are having quite a number of midfielders already,
Mm-hmm.
and and the best thing is to bring a better one.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, with the current financially, I think we afford to get one more star to be in. Yeah,
Okay. So that's the end for the end of the road for Adam Lallana, Aiman.
yeah, definitely. That's what I see.
For those of you who are watching, especially, I know we have a lot of Liverpool fans right now. I want you to put in the comment what's your thought on Adam Lallana, because I know Adam Lallana. He there was a bit of revolution. He came in, he was integral to the whole project, and then after that, he kind of slide away with injury. And for this season, he
Injuries.
has been a big part player. But every single time when he's being called upon, he always delivers, especially at Old Trafford. Derek, remember that?
Yeah. Yes, of course. I mean, I mean, honestly, they don't deserve it, but a goal is still a goal.
And
That
Derek,
game, I think we pretty much dominated it.
you guys did. And Derek,
Yeah,
for yourself, right? For the players' contract issue, what would you do then, Derek?
yeah.
I know for especially your side, you have Angel Gomez. If the players decide that no, enough is enough, I wouldn't want to risk any potential injury because my contract is up. Would you let them go? Would it be sour for you as a fan?
I think no, I wouldn't, because I think after June 30th, I think most of the contract end on June 30th.
Mm-hmm.
I think the club should let them have a rolling contract. So
Oh, okay.
basically, if you yeah, so
Pay as you
basically if they
play.
want to, yes, correct. If they want to stay at the club, then the club will continue to play them. But if they want to leave, it's entirely up to them.
Okay. And Derek,
Yes.
again, just a bit of cheeky question. Would you take Adam Lallana to United?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
No.
It won't happen.
Benji, your team,
Yes.
David Silva.
Yeah, Silva.
Um, that's ending. He has served
Yes,
you well.
ending.
Is he
Correct.
going to
But
retire
he's
or he's going
still
back to Spain?
he's retiring. He says he's retiring. He could
Mhm.
play out his
Is it?
twilight career somewhere else. He said he's retiring it with he has no, he didn't say his future yet, but he's retiring with City for
Oh,
10
Okay.
years.
Okay.
So he could go somewhere else, but now the situation, I don't know, things could change too. And maybe, I don't
Yeah.
know.
maybe he's going to Japan to link up with Andres Iniesta.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. But
And also,
now with this situation, so we have to. He'll want to play out the season for sure. I think
uh-huh.
that's his utmost. The other person
Yep.
you probably missed out on is not so important, but still important to us. Bravo. His
Oh, really?
contract
Bravo
is
is
up.
important to you.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't know that.
second keeper. We needed with 4 competitions. We needed
Uh-huh.
him for League Cup. He played in the final,
Uh-huh.
the League Cup
But
final.
Benji,
Luckily, that was played.
Benji, don't you guys have Kyle Walker as a
Do we
rookie?
have
He kept a clean sheet against Atlanta. All right, guys, we're gonna move. We're gonna move over to the next topic.
Yeah.
Again, before we do so, a couple of comments coming in, all from our normal, regular customers. I would say, I'll go for Heikel. He say I'll go for Willian to Liverpool on a free transfer. Talking about bad blood. And also from side Azmil again, Lallana to Bournemouth probably. That wouldn't be a bad shout. I think Bournemouth is fast becoming a retirement home for Liverpool as well, or a bit of a junkyard. Jordan Ibe, Harry Wilson, and if Lallana goes to Bournemouth, that's another junkyard. Mustafa Mohammed, no, saying that Arsenal don't deserve for Europa League at all. They were too lousy this season. It's very hard for me to disagree. Very hard to disagree. But again, there was a bit of upturn in terms of fortune when Arteta took over. So yeah, but if you talk about the majority of it, yes, we were that lousy. Last one, Heikel Ismail. So loser lah you, Derek. Derek, so loser lah you. He said that Rashford's goal shouldn't stand.
I don't want to go there.
Wow.
It's over. It's over.
It's over. Okay, guys. So right now we go on to the next one. That was really a hot topic. How the season should be completed and no players contract, relegation, promotion. I think it would be really nice to see some new faces, especially Leeds United. I think Aiman, you are a bit of a veteran. Wouldn't you want to see Alan Road coming back to town?
Definitely. Like I mentioned, the playoff thing is a good
Definitely.
thing. So just proceed with it. Then I think Leeds and the first two deserve it to go up because the below team, the points some are quite far. The gap is there's a gap there. So I think first two deserve to go up. Yeah.
Well, and in terms of just again in terms of relegation, right? Look at how tight that is in terms of relegation. So you've got Aston Villa right now at the bottom, Aston Villa, Norwich, and Bournemouth. So again, I think for Norwich City, they would want the season to be voided. Why not? They are doing absolutely shit right now, so they are on the brink of relegation. But again, they might just be saved by the bell.
Yep.
So we'll move on to the next one, Champions League dismay. I'll start off with probably Benji. Right, you guys won 2-1.
Yeah.
Bernabeu. You're about to take it over to the Etihad again. Then Mr. Corona had the final say. Before we do that, again, just to be again a refresher for many, because I know we've been out of football for very long. We might forget the complete results. So that was the result, all right, for the first leg, Dortmund, Paris, and then Atletico, Liverpool. You look at Bayern. I think that's almost a dead rubber tie for them for the second leg against Chelsea. And Atlanta, that's done. Spurs, that's done. And yeah, we're talking about for Man City. So right now, although the second leg has not been played in full, the only match that has been played again in full entirety was Valencia, Atlanta. Atlanta went through, Leipzig went through, PSG went through, and they created a bit of a mess right now. Previous time when they won against Dortmund, because Neymar, Mbappe decided to be childish and they decided to pick on Haaland. And then Liverpool, Atletico, my oh my. I know of a certain viewer who went to Anfield to court today to actually watch the match. He came back full of profanities for Jurgen Klopp. I think he's watching right now. So yeah, he flew all the way to Liverpool to watch Liverpool getting smacked by the defensive Diego Simeone. But Benji, for
Yes.
yourself, Champions League. Again, this might sound repetitive, but how should Champions League be concluded now, bearing in mind that the Dutch league is off, also the Belgian league is off? Does that signal the end for Champions League as well?
If you ask me, I think you should play it out again. But
Now you feel what Liverpool
something's-
feel.
Yeah, but this is also involves other clubs. Belgian, Dutch has already ended the season. So how do you gel? If you talk about Premier League, at least it's one league. This involves other clubs too. So and whether they want to travel out of borders as well. So it's a bigger risk, and I think higher chance of it being voided.
Okay.
As sad as I would like to be.
Ivan, I'm very sure you'll be numb by it because your team got knocked out by a team allegedly who don't play proper football. But before we touch about this whole Champions League drama, don't you think Klopp was being overly sour about the defeat, Iman?
No comment. Okay, basically, yeah, I think it's really hard luck on that day. Seriously, so sometimes I think it feels very, especially on that extra time, right? I think it hurts. So it's like it's just emotional talk, I think. But at the end of the day, the best a win is a win. Like last time they mentioned, right? A win is still a win. 3 points is 3 points. Yeah. So we have to move on from there. But based on this Champions League situation right now, I think the most hurtful is City because the pavement to the final is much more easier. So
Because no Liverpool.
it's easier for them already. Yeah.
Derek, on to you. Again, the second-class citizen when it comes to European competition, the Europa League. Again, my team got knocked out by the mighty Olympiacos. So your team, again, you are in a prime position to qualify. It looks like it's looking more and more of a possibility because you don't have the big hits in it. I think AX was in trouble. The only one that you should be worried about probably is Inter Milan and probably Wolves.
I think.
Yeah, so let me again show a bit of visuals in case. Oh no, that's Champions League. Yep. So round of 16 for the Europa. So Istanbul Başakşehir 1-0 against Copenhagen. So if you look at the remainder, or rather the remaining teams, you don't have those big giants for you to be worried about, right? So apart from the only team that could probably create an upset right now would probably be the likes of Inter Milan. How upset are you, Derek, right now that the Europa League again might suffer the same fate as the Champions League?
Actually, I'm not really upset at all. I think they should just scrap the whole Europa League as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, then we'll restart again. I mean, we will be in the Europa League again next season with the Premier League being scrapped. I mean, if it's really scrapped, yeah. So we'll start from square
What
one
is another
again.
season? What is another season?
But
And then,
but
yes, Benji.
the ramifications is not so bad compared to like various leagues because there's no relegation, or promotion. So that is easier to talk about. So
Correct.
I'm just going to quickly close this topic about the European competition. I guess there's nothing much for us to talk about. Again, this depends heavily on what's happening in the domestic league. I think that again would have a ripple effect to all the other competition. But then again, this is something fun. I'm going to post this individually. I'll start with Aiman. Aiman, who would have been the favorites for Champions League if, let's say, they resume the whole competition again? Knowing that Liverpool, you cannot say Liverpool, Liverpool out already.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I want PSG to win. I want, but I think based on the remaining team, right, and the path to the finals is City lah.
City. Okay.
Yes.
What about you, Derek? For Champions League and also Europa, since you're in it.
Only one team.
For the UCL, I think PSG will go all the way to win it.
Okay.
And for Europa, I think we are still in it, right? So
Yeah.
us lah.
That's really fair and objective by Derek, as
Yeah,
usual.
yeah, yep, yeah.
Benji, do I even have to ask you who do you think will win the Champions League?
I think it'll be a good point. Actually, PSG versus City will be a good final. It would have been a good
Yeah.
final. It would be a
Yeah,
good final to watch.
it will be a battle of the cousins because both of the
Yeah,
owners
The
are
rich.
yeah, the
Shake,
rich. They
shake.
are actually cousins. No shake. And also right now,
Which leads to the next point. It's
yeah.
nice fader to the next point.
Yeah, which brings us to the next brand new topic. But before we do that, Benji, again, there are a couple of comments that I'm going to read out quickly. So, Bradley, he ran in with his support. Come on, City. That's for you. Syed Azmail, again, chun happened when Liverpool City leads about to make history. It's probably planned by United. Derek, were you involved in this? No.
Sally, yes, I'm involved.
I'm going to pick up for Heikel. Heikel, oh, he's a bit crestfallen. Adrian was pure shit. So Liverpool deserve to be eliminated from the Champions League. Uh, let's not go personal. Let's not go personal. I think Adrian has done his part. In fact,
Yep.
he can only do so much, right? Remember, he came for $0. So that's what you get, a $0 quality. Okay, so
And
Bradley,
he won us the Super Cup there, so
he did.
yeah,
He
it's
did.
fine.
Lest you forget, he won you guys a Super Cup. Of course, it would be City, and Bradley is a City fan, no doubt about it. Syed Azmil also did mention again Europa League, Olympiacos, or Ajax. And yeah, Bradley said, don't blame the keepers. Ha ha ha. I think that is directly firing at Heikel. Again, this is getting a bit, little bit fighty between Liverpool and Man City. I never remember you guys having the bad blood. Okay, so the next one that we're gonna talk about, talking about Shake, Mr. Shake. There's a new Shake in town. No, it's not Shake Shack. It's the Shake from Saudi. Newcastle's takeover. There's a brand new one right now. Oh, when the news broke, I nearly cried, and the reason why I did, because I know for sure if this transaction goes through or go through, that's the end of Arsenal. We will sleep into the dark, and you will never see Arsenal anymore being the top 16. Because I remember when we were at our supreme best, it was only us, Derek, Liverpool, and United. I mean, United and Arsenal
Yeah.
all the way. And then came Roman. He spoiled the
Chelsea.
party.
Yeah.
Chelsea spoiled the party, and then we slipped down the ladder. And then, of course, Man City came in just to reaffirm that money does buy you title. But before we again touch on Newcastle's, again, this is all probability. We don't know if there's any confirmation, but again, if rumors to be believed, this looks like a done deal almost. So let's look at in terms of assets, right? Top
Yes.
10 richest football owners. Look at how happy and gleeful, all right? The owner, Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund, net worth 320 billion, and the second close competitor, Sheikh Mansour, with 23. So whatever Sheikh Mansour has in his net worth is just a drop in the ocean for the new owners for Newcastle. I'll start with you, Benji. When you guys got in, or rather, when you guys received the news from, I don't remember, your owner before that was Thaksin Shinawat, was
Yeah,
also a
yeah.
political exile. So when Thaksin was at the helm, how different was it then for Man City?
Back then, also the club success wasn't that good too. So bringing Sheikh into the picture, what we are into the Premier League. The next one was Chelsea, I believe. So Roman. So that really shake things up. I think double. If you bring back the chart, if you can just flash up that thing.
Yep. There you go, buddy.
Chelsea was. We were doubles Chelsea's, so you can see 9.6. So that was clearly something that shake the whole Premier League up. This one, you see, this is incredible. Newcastle 320 billion. That's more than 10 times. So it's insane, you know. So I see that this is the next big thing. It's like
Mhm.
not the iPhone 11. This is like the iPhone 20. You know, we jump straight to the iPhone 20. So yeah, so you know, really, it's so we will if I believe the transaction is done deal. Am I right?
Almost. Yeah. Yeah.
The almost
Almost.
done. Once it's done deal, you will see when we get these players. But then things a bit stalled because there are no player transfers now.
Mhm.
No sponsorships and things like that hasn't gone through yet. So
Mhm.
when that happens, you will see a lot of players come
Coming
through,
in.
and maybe we'll touch on that. Like we
Yep.
mentioned
Later on.
off air,
Yeah. Yeah.
things like Mbappe and a few others. So
Yeah.
once
Mbappe
one
in the
comes through, everyone will else come through. So I believe that could be money buys players, right? I believe
yeah.
so. So that's
Uh,
what happened with cities. That's what happened with us. So
yeah, I'll bring this over to Aiman. Aiman, again, being a Liverpool fan, Aiman, how long have you been a Liverpool fan?
I think ever since I play football, Liverpool is in my heart already.
And
Yeah.
when did you start playing football then?
In primary school, yeah, yeah, since young, yeah,
So I reckon this more than 20 years making Liverpool support.
yeah,
Aiman,
all the way.
you're a bit of I guess those people who support Liverpool, they are the romantic type, the purists of football, you know, the traditionalists. What do you make of such takeover?
Yeah, for us, you see, not every club money cannot buy success. Not every club could do that magical
true,
thing.
true, true,
I
true,
think
true.
so far City is the one is very prominent. So the rest, I think, yeah, we have to go by it. Yeah, I think. Yeah, you see, for Liverpool, you just need to get a good manager and a good players. Then I think
Yep.
that's where you
Yeah.
get things done. Yeah.
Would you be worried, Aiman, as a Liverpool fan, seeing another competitor right now, again in the new kid on the block?
At this moment, no lah. So because at the current stage we are doing well, so it's just
Okay.
that we just need to maintain the standards. That's all.
Yep,
Then we will be
Derek.
on par because it's very dangerous at
Mm-hmm.
the moment with Newcastle
It is.
coming in
Yep.
with such a big amount of money. I think anything can
Yep.
happen with them.
Oh,
Mm.
yep, you're right. You're damn right about it. Derek, for a club who is the richest in England, who generates the most revenue, this whole buying over, we've seen again with two prime examples, Chelsea and then Man City, and both of
Yep.
them managed to get to the top of the podium, winning the most important title, which is the Premier League. And then also that coincides again with the slide from greatness for United. Of course, that could also have a strong correlation with Sir Alex departure. But then again, the money that again has been thrown around is almost obscene, least to say. For a team of United stature, would you be worried as a fan seeing that if Newcastle does get up to speed, you know, money can buy you everything and anything right now, especially in football. We are even hearing rumors that Mbappe might turn up, again in the Geordie end of England, putting on the famous zebra kit. What do you make of
I, I,
Mbappe celebrating like this,
I don't think
like Alan Shearer? What do you think, Derek?
I personally I don't think it's that easy lah. I mean, even if you are playing FM, if you were to
Mm-hmm.
like Newcastle wanting to sign Mbappe, it's not
Uh-huh.
that easy actually. Yeah. So
Okay.
from what I feel, I think yeah, they may have the funds, but club stature wise, I don't think they are like the same as us or Liverpool.
Hmm.
So for them to actually go there, they might like I mean, if United and Newcastle were both or Liverpool will be going for Mbappe, I don't think he will even consider Newcastle. Yeah, because due to
You
the
sh- you
club
should you
stature.
sure about you sure about that, buddy? Because right when he was at Monaco, a lot of big clubs were coming for him. They were all hunting for his head. You know, Arsenal was in. There were talks about Chelsea, Real Madrid, but then he chose PSG, and PSG are amongst
Money,
of
money,
one of
money,
the
money.
richest club. Don't you think that
Yeah,
money
true.
would have
But
again the deciding factor?
I wouldn't say money totally. I would say like whoever Newcastle bring in, the other players that they bring in will also play a big part in whether he will come to Newcastle. Because they were to be able to only like spend on him and the rest the rest of the expenditure is shit. What's the point? I mean, I don't think Mbappe want to do that, right? I don't think he want to ruin his career by going to a club where they can't sign like other players except him, who is like the big player.
Yeah, no, true. And it would be
Yeah,
really strange, wouldn't it, to see Joe Linton partnering Mbappe in Newcastle, supported by Sean Longstaff. What a scene that would be.
yeah, exactly. And
We'll
also,
talk
I
about
think
yes,
FFP also will play a big part.
they
I don't
would, they would.
think, yeah, they would definitely have to step in and curb this thing lah. So not so easy lah, I
Perfect.
feel.
No,
Yeah,
you mentioned FFP. That is currently the
yeah,
favorite term in the Man City scam. FFP. Uh,
yeah.
FFP for Man City. Right now, Benji, we talk about. I want to touch about how immediate can the club's
Yeah.
fortune again be decided, or the upturn in fortune. I'll bring you a bit of context right now in this conversation. Roman Abramovich first season,
Yep.
he finished fourth. After a long, long time, Chelsea finally qualified for the Champions League. In fact, that
Champions
was
League.
the
Yeah.
last game. It was decided 2-1. Remember that, Aiman? 2-1 against Liverpool. Semi Hipia scored first, and then Zola turned on a masterclass 2-1 to clinch the fourth spot. So that was in 2003, and they bought his first few signings were Makalele, Damien Duff, Adrian Mutu, Joe Cole. We all remember, we all went through that season whereby we were shocked, we were gobsmacked, like how is it even possible that they are buying players like they are buying, like when we were on FM, you can buy almost anybody. And total expenditure for that year alone was 121 million, and that was under Ranieri. Next season, they got the special
Mourinho.
one. The rest was
Mm.
history. And also for Sheikh Mansour, the takeover was in 2008, 2009
Yeah,
season.
correct.
His first
11.
signing was, yep, first season was Robinho, which
Yeah.
broke the English record back then, 32 million. Nigel de Jong, Roque Santa Cruz all came in again in that same season as Robinho. And in totality, they spent 102 million. But then they finished 10th that season.
Yeah,
Next
correct.
season, they got
Yeah.
Roberto Mancini, and then on they went on a crazy shopping spree. Edin Dzeko, Mario Balotelli all came in, and then they got the league. Yeah. So Benji, you've been again
Title came
on
in
the
at
receiving
11.
end. 11.
Title came in at
So
11. Correct.
it was 2 seasons
Correct.
in the making. It wasn't long, just 1 year longer than Chelsea. Benji, do you think that if Newcastle's again the takeover comes to any fruition, would you then see, because you have to bear in mind that they have almost 10 times the riches of what you guys have, do you think the impact will be much more immediate?
You talk about management as well. So wealth,
Yeah.
money buys a lot of things, but they have to get it right with management, with managers and various coaches. I
Structure.
think that's important. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So if they do it right, they can do it within 2 seasons with the money they spend.
Correct.
I think that's a lot.
Uh,
They have a,
yeah.
so we have to see how they can
So-
do
so-
it wisely.
Okay, so Aiman, if the time stamp or the time frame given is 2 seasons, and if this season is being voided, which means you only have one more season next season to win the Premier League. If you guys still don't win it, if you guys still don't win it, Aiman, right? And Klopp's contract, again is over. He walks out of Anfield with just one Champions League to show for, one Super Cup. Would he be considered a success?
Yeah, I see. At the end of the day, we don't want to be trophyless. So that's the main point. Yeah.
Okay.
So getting a trophy is still better than nothing.
Premier League trophy. Premier League trophy.
Yeah. So
Not just
like
any trophy.
I mentioned, definitely that's what we've been waiting for all this while, and I don't think next season will be an issue. It will be a tough fight, especially with many clubs going to push in more money to battle with Liverpool. Definitely, you see. So yeah, it'll be a tough season ahead, because currently, if you were to see our English Premier League, all the good managers are coming in. So anything can happen. Many good
Yep.
managers are coming in. Yeah. So it's a toughest league in my opinion. Yeah.
It is. And Derek, right now,
Yeah.
so let's fast forward to next season. Okay. So again, taking into consideration what's happening right now, And with this current situation, you got to remember, right? In terms of just the financial world, they are on all force. So money again wouldn't be readily available for all clubs. I think your board came out recently saying that yes, we are Manchester United, but we can't spend like a normal Manchester United in any other season. Again, with the limited funds available, how do you rate United coming into the next season?
You mean talking about the transfer, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think we will go all out and sign Jadon Sancho.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I think so I think that will be our only transfer. I don't think there will be any more because we're gonna put a big portion of our budget into him,
Mhm.
and I don't think that there will be any budget left to spend on any other players.
Would that be your ultimate signing, Derek, as a fan?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I think on the right side, I think that's the only I think I mean missing link that we need.
Okay.
Yeah, that to bring us to the next level. So we just see Rashford and Marshall and Jadon Sancho combining with Bruno Fernandes behind. Whew,
And Pogba
I think
beside him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pogba come back too.
Yeah. And
I
Jadon
mean, I
Sancho.
mean,
Hmm.
I mean, if you were to be able to sell either Pogba or De Gea, we'll have extra funds lah. So we might be able to like get more players, but depending on who we sell also lah, or whether we
Yep.
keep them. Depends on our buying and selling lah.
Yep.
oh,
Fingers crossed for Jadon Sancho then, buddy.
oh.
Benji, you know for sure that Jadon Sancho came from your camp. So if there's one signing that you are dying for, that you will sacrifice all limbs for, who would be that one player?
Right now, they we haven't really talked about. I mean, in the Man City camp right now, we haven't really talked about
Mm,
signings.
mm.
As of yet, I mean, other than Jadon Sancho. Um,
You guys are talking
but
about Jadon Sancho as well.
no, no,
Is
no.
it?
I think it was off already. I mean, more or less they've got yours. But we would be also looking at more midfielders, looking to
Uh-huh.
replace players like
Okay.
Silva, we just mentioned earlier.
Okay.
David Silva is we know it's leaving, so I think we're looking into more and more uh, midfielders coming
Not the
in.
centre back.
Yeah,
Center
man.
back, yeah, of course, that one too. Actually,
There's a huge
we
difference.
haven't we haven't we haven't got one that replaced company yet properly. So
Yes.
I mean, we had Laporte, but that's not enough. We injured, and things
Yeah.
this season kind of went sideways from then when he was injured. So yeah,
So centre back would be again the most
both of
desired
them.
position.
Yeah, correct, correct. Which is
Uh,
last season too, but we couldn't really get one last year. So
yeah, I mean, I think the whole fortune will be reversed if that season when Liverpool got Van Dijk, if you guys managed to actually come in,
yeah,
I
That's it.
think that's it.
That's
That's
it.
total
Wow.
domination.
That's
So, and for yourself, Aiman, I'm just going to close this whole session. Again, this has been really, really good. Look, without us even noticing, 1 hour has passed by. Again, that's a shame, but not worry not. Next week we'll be back, probably the same time again next Sunday. But I'm going to close this topic again with you, Aiman, because you are the special guest for today. And I think many of our fans actually enjoy your presence. Uh, for Liverpool, I know there has been really, really strong rumors for Timo Werner. But then also, I think the setback is if Timo Werner decides to lend himself into Anfield, that means one of your trio must go out. Would that be an ideal situation for you, Aiman?
I think um, I doubt anyone will go. I think they will fight for their place. Yeah. To let go either those three, right, is unbelievable lah. But it may happen. But I rather they keep everyone until we see who's the weak link, and that's where they can sell it during mid of the season. Yeah, you see?
yeah,
Yeah, you don't just simply let go one of the player lah. Yeah, I don't think so.
Let me just play a bit of devil's advocate here, Aiman. Amongst those trio, if you have to sacrifice one, who would it be? Be careful of your answer because we have many Mo Salah supporters.
Oh, yeah, both
Amongst those
three.
which one, if you have to sacrifice, if you have to push come to shove, who would it be?
Actually, Salah.
Oh, really? Oh my god.
Seriously.
Okay, why Aiman? Why Aiman? This is really an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, okay, see, if you have to see, Bobby is the main engine.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so definitely not him. Because to get a winger who can score like Salah, I think there's a lot more that you can find in any other league. So
Okay.
and Salah this season is not as consistent as last, but no
Mhm.
doubt his stats is still there.
Mhm.
Mane is slightly better. You see, um, in my opinion, Mane is still slightly more valuable, a bit more. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Consistent, I think.
yep.
No, with that, that's a
Yeah,
great point, man.
it's how you know.
I hope you don't get people just adding you up randomly now on your Instagram, and just private DM you say, hey, bro, are you sure no you're a Liverpool fan?
That's why that's why the starting point. I would say I would not sell any players.
Placing a disclaimer. Okay, guys, before we actually close shop for today, I'm just gonna take up a bit of comment. Let's read the comments. One again from Mr. Mustafa Mohammed. No, my take: Menu will still qualify for Champions League next season, be it if they finish fourth or fifth. Only if Derek say the season must go on. So, and I think he's a Liverpool fan, so he wants you to say that the season must go on, so that his team can win the title, and then again your team can get Champions League. I don't know if you really you're gonna buy that notion. Said
No.
Azmil mentioned that happy about the
Sorry.
possibility happy about the possibility of Newcastle getting their new owners. Their fans deserve to see their team play Champions League football at least. Yeah, I do remember that one time, Alan Shearer,
Yeah. Bobby
playing
Robson.
Champions League, Bobby Robson. Rahman Adel. Also gonna take this up since we spoke a lot about Mbappe. Mbappe to Real Madrid is a good buy. Yeah, most probably that's going to be his most probable destination. The next one, Harry Hamza, you can have billions of money, but what matters is the 11 players on the pitch and the chemistry with the manager. You can,
Correct.
that's him hitting the nail right on his bloody head.
Yep.
Jadon Sancho is not going to United. Dortmund will never sell him. So Derek, you can shut those dreams off.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
We will
there's
see.
there is somebody supporting Aiman. Come on, Aiman.
Hey.
That's
But then,
obvious.
but then Aiman, okay, he mentioned come on, Aiman, and then the next comment, we love Salah. So take it however you want. And also, again, Said Azmi mentioned that Mane carried us single-handedly at times. I do remember there was once I covered the match on the street. It was Liverpool Aston Villa. It was looking likely that it's going to head for a victory for Aston Villa. Mane, remember Aiman? Last minute
Yeah.
corner. And then that guy, Said Azmil, I remember at Tampines Hub, he opened up his shirt. He was running around shirtless. Almost landed himself in the lockup that day. But luckily he did not. Okay. But that's about it, guys. That's about the show, the time that we have right now. I really, really do appreciate you all coming up. I know it's tough for you, Derek, and also Aiman. We just had our Booker Posse. But it has been really exciting to have you on. Probably next week, if again time is permissible, we can get all of you again. If not, there will be a shift in guts in terms of those who are coming up on the show. But again, thank you so much. I do hope you enjoy this whole CB period. Don't forget your mask. Now very strict already, Singapore. A lot of
Yep.
vigilantes. A lot of vigilantes. And when you get caught, please don't come up with racist remarks. If not, that will also cause you a lot of trouble. But until then, I'm going to end this live session. For those of you who are watching, thank you so much for all your comments. I can't read everything at one go. Again, we'll be back the same time. Next week, we might have Derek and his company for the All United again. I know has been our best selling show. Also, I'm trying to slot in an Arsenal show whereby this time I can speak more about Arsenal and we can all feel depressed about it. So that is coming up next week as well. And then we probably will also have a show specially dedicated for Liverpool. Said Faris, if he's watching, I think he is supposed to round up all those Liverpool fans. They are the Lau Chows, the Lau Chow Liverpool fans. Okay, but until then, I'm going to end the broadcast. Please do subscribe if you are new, like this content, share it around. It's been a pleasure. God bless you all. And happy Ramadan for those who are celebrating. Until then, Napshot Studio signing out.
All right.